Welcome back to the rest of the story. As the intro says, well, in this video we are cutting down second cutting hay. This stuff is just starting to throw flowers out. It was just starting to bloom, and there was just literally a handful of them that were starting to show in the fields. We went through and got it cut. We aren't going for dairy quality hay, but we still like to make quality hay when the opportunity arrives. Now, we don't like to have the whole field all solid flowers, but I'm not going to lie, way back in the day that has happened once or twice. I mean, you can't fight the weather, right? Now, this is the alfalfa that was seeded down in 2017. It is yielding really well. The stand looks really nice, and I am going through and windrowing it, throwing it all into a pile right behind the disc vine. The reason I'm doing that is it's exposing as much of the ground to the sun as possible and allows the ground to dry out. And then tomorrow I'm planning on going out and tedding out these windrows and getting it spread out nice and thin, and it's going to lay there for about 3 days, because I have from today, which the day that I cut it, we have about 5 days of decent weather. So the stuff is going to lay in the ground for 4 days, and then we'll rake it up on the 5th day and hopefully get it baled up and hopefully try to get it hauled in here. They are saying a chance of rain, but it's just that time of the year right now where the weather, rain gets a little hard to come by. I mean, it's July, August. I mean, as far as consistent rains these times of the month, or these times of the year, are a little harder to come by. And it is a little bit easier to make hay. A little bit more enjoyable, shall I say. Everything we make is dry. We don't chop any of it. We don't bag any of it. We don't wrap any of it. Maybe we should be, but then the problem is you have to designate an area for storing an ag bag or wrapped bales. So doing the dry hay for us and getting it all in under cover works out really well. The cattle seem to, they go through and they clean it all up and we feed it to them. So the 735 MoCo, definitely a great machine. I like the hydro swing on it. I grew up with just a single swing that they would swing out onto its side, to the right. That was really not that enjoyable, but when it was all you knew at the time, it was definitely better than those old sickle mowers that they used to run. My grandpa used to run 2 9-foot John Deere sickle mowers to cut all of his hay, and they used to run one on the 2955 and one on the 4230. And generally how they usually ran, they would usually cut hay every day until about noon, and then from noon until chore time they usually chopped hay. Because back when we had that many head of cattle around here, we had to basically make every little alfalfa plant that we could get our hands on. I was too young to really remember a whole lot of that. I remember basically as far back as I can remember when we were still on the tail end of that. I do remember seeing both those sickle mowers running. I do remember when Grandpa bought that 936, and he's gone through a couple, and I was in high school in 2008, I believe, is when Grandpa bought this hydro swing, and we ended up buying it back from the farm auction. It was a great purchase. I like it. It's simple, it's reliable, it's dependable, it's very serviceable, and it suits the 76, the 46 really well, and it even has been put on the 8235R, basically just for the show of it. I mean, I believe we are talking about putting the 8235 on the tedder just to say that we can, but yeah, don't hold me to that though. But it is definitely beautiful weather, green fields, blue sky. What more can you really ask for? So it's midsummer, and I gotta be honest, the corn and the soybeans do look really nice. They look amazing. I'll probably do another crop report video here. I really should, because every place I go, largely most of the places I go, all the corn plants have 2 ears out and silked on them. Not saying that we're going to get 2 full ears come harvest, but well, the farming whole point of being a farmer is being optimistic. Am I right? So I'm not ready for harvest yet. I'm not looking forward to harvest yet. I am completely happy just enjoying my summer and watching the crops grow, gradually getting things together. It's your daily maintenance, management, upkeep stuff for things on the farm. There's trees that need to be cut. There's fences that need to be mended. Cattle that need to be fed. I'm going to have a bunch of Holstein calves here within a few weeks, couple weeks. I haven't talked to them lately. I'm going to have a few. I'm not sure how many that I'll be taking care of here for a while. I'm not sure if I'm going to take them up to fats or if I'll just background them. So you guys will be involved in that. I'm really strongly aiming to get some beef heifers around. Even if I got to buy a bunch of beef heifers for the quantity and then raise them up and start breeding them, I really, in the worst way, want to get a beef herd going. The desire to focus on raising Holstein calves or bottle calves as opposed to raising a beef herd. The beef herd's going to win out every single time. I am currently in the process, the mind thought of I don't really want to make any more or any stuff purchases. I'm not interested in buying a tractor. I'm not interested in buying really any machinery. Any of the purchases I've been thinking of buying, I've been wanting to buy in the past year and a half, have seriously only been paying down what little bit of debt that I have and making purchases that are going to make me my money back. Like, it's more or less investing. Investing in a beef herd would make me my money back. Investing in infrastructure, grain bins, stuff like that. Fences hold the cattle in. I can justify that. To really, at this point, justify making another tractor purchase, I would have to be able to look at that tractor, what it's going to do, what it's going to do around here to make our lives easier, or what job it's going to do that's going to make us say that was a very wise purchase. That's what it would take to get me to go buy a piece of equipment right now. If you want me to pull one completely out of thin air, I would say a chisel plow. Hands down, without even really thinking about it. The chisel plow we have right now, it is built light. That Great Plains, was it Max Chisel, Turbo Chisel, Max Chisel? At that auction we were at this spring over at Platteville. If I could have justified buying that, I would have. It went for $11,000. I'm pretty sure there was a reserve on it because it was down south at another sale. But another machine like that, a heavier built primary tillage machine, would work great for us. That chisel plow we have right now, it was a panic purchase. It was the only thing that we could find. There's nothing wrong with what we did. You buy what is available in the time that you had to buy it. But also looking forward, I'm looking at all of our equipment and what needs to be updated and trying to decide where do you start. When you have to update, you're looking at combine, your tractors in general, your tillage equipment, infrastructure like your grain bins, drying setups. Every farmer is probably going to say something different. What do you start with? Honestly, that's a question I've yet been able to answer. Yes, we are adding another grain bin. That will definitely help with marketing. But also, we are expanding in acres. We need to be able to cover more ground more efficiently. That combine is a very big holdback right now. We need something with more capacity. Even if we got a bigger combine and ran a 6-row head on it right now, if we had more surface area for the separation and cleaning of the product going through it, the corn and the beans, that would help. We could gain a little bit more speed in that way. The 9510 is too small. A 6-row head is too small. Myself, okay, if we're going to sit and spitball here, honestly, if it was up to me, I'm not sure if I'd go to a different corn planter. Yes, the one we have now is going to be around for a considerable amount of time, but when I'm talking about looking at combines, I'm looking at everything else that is associated with that combine. And the problem is that a bigger combine is going to be able to allow us to run so much more bushels through it an hour, more than what we could probably be able to handle right now. Um, it's a never-ending cycle when you're a farmer. We've joked about it for years and years. You get a bigger combine, you need a bigger cart. You get a bigger cart, you're going to need bigger drying facilities. Like even for us, that we use the gravity wagon to haul from my place up to the main farm because we don't have a semi. So yes, we go from a bigger combine to a bigger cart to going, okay, now we need a semi to be able to keep up with the combine. Same thing with a different corn planter. That 12 row we have right now, the 4640, handles it great. Myself, I want to get rid of the bushel and a half boxes that are on it, pull off the insecticide boxes, and then go through and buy 3 bushel boxes. It really wouldn't benefit us too much on corn. To be blunt, it wouldn't. Having to refill corn once a day, the way we are right now, really wouldn't hurt us. But going to 3 bushel boxes on the 12 row planter for putting down soybeans, I was averaging 15 acres of fill that night. Well, this whole spring, when I was putting soybeans in. If I could double that by putting on 3 bushel boxes, I would do it in a heartbeat because it's less stopping, it's less running back to the tender wagon. I'm definitely focused on being efficient around here. I just, it takes time and effort and money, and it's just getting there. It's a long, windy road, and I definitely have a set end goal in mind as to where I want us to be. We are definitely making steps in the right direction. I mean, it's a lot better than what we were 5-10 years ago. We were literally spinning our wheels. As hard as it is to believe, I am fairly positive on the future outlook in our operations and on life. Even with grain prices, I'm not really sure what to comment on those. I mean, they could be better, but with all that tariff talk, it could have been a whole lot worse. So hope I'm not boring you guys by just kind of rambling on here at the other half of this video. If I would have been able to do the other video while I was cutting, which I kind of got waylaid on and I had to shut down early. I got about one more day of cutting that you guys will probably be involved on, and then it'll be third crop. And I'm not sure when we're going to cut it. It'll probably be mid to late August, and that'll probably be the last of making hay for this year. We don't typically make anything in September anymore. We don't have the numbers quite yet. We need about another 30 to 40 to 50 head of cattle. If it was up to me, I would go and buy another 40 to 50 head of cattle, and that would be my beef herd, and I would probably be pushing to ramp it up to about 100 head because we need more cattle around here. That is a very honest truth. We don't have enough. We have enough to keep the pastures down, but we need more cattle to actually push the pastures properly. Myself, I want to see more cattle around here. I want to see more grain crops that we're planting every year and harvesting every year. And from the sounds of it, we are making some very good strides in the right direction. So that's enough for this video. I gotta go ahead and get this edited and try to get it uploading. If you guys are noticing that, I'm sorry, but my uploading has been kind of lackluster here lately. It's not me, it's the computer. It's not even the computer, it's the internet connections that I have available, and just trying to get everything up in a timely manner. I mean, what I do is I upload this stuff in the morning and I let it run throughout the day, so it's uploaded. Well, the problem is even if I upload it the night before and I let it run all night, more than once I come back 12 hours later and it is still sitting on 4%. That's what it was this morning. That's why the video here last night or 2 nights ago, was kind of iffy. Maybe if you guys aren't noticing it, that's great. I'm probably seeing it a little bit more than the rest of you because I'm on the end of trying to publish it and everything. But I know it's kind of annoying to me, but I'm working on it. So, thanks for watching. I'm sorry for rambling. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, but this is my channel. So, anybody that stuck around this long to hear out everything I had to say, I thank you very much. Stay tuned for some more hay making videos and a lot of running around because we have a lot of random stuff that we have to work on. Everything from making hay, hauling hay, seeding down some waterways that will be getting done even if I got to do it entirely by myself. Also, we have from the sounds of it, we may have a fun little project coming by the end of this week that you guys can look forward to. I don't know if I'll have something up on it by the weekend or if Ryan will, but definitely one of us will get something made of it. So you guys can look forward to that. So that is it. Until tomorrow, take care, take it easy, keep in touch. I'll talk to you guys later.